Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hypermine Vanilla. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Welcome back from the August hiatus. That's right, we are back. And I am just walking around this nether hub here. It's been a while since I've been in here, seeing as I've been doing some work over at the witch farm. And I'm not going to show you that today. No. In fact, we're going to have a little bit of a different feel to today's video. We're going to have a little real talk and start working on a long-term grindy project. I'm going to bring you along for part of that, and we'll just chat and see what's going on. So how about, let's see, I'm going to set up the project for you, and then we'll go from there. So you can see around me, as I mouse around, you'll see that I've got these little spots that pop up with mouse over things. That's showing me different items I have marked on the journey map. And we can bring up the journey map. We can see the nether here. Okay. So it looks kind of odd in here in the nether, but over in the overworld, it looks much better. Trust me. So we've got these waypoints around that mark different things. And one of the ones we're going to be focusing on is the spider farm. You remember that from a couple of episodes ago? We built a spider farm, or a farm around cave spider spawner, sent all of that into the end, and then routed all of it back to spawn so we can store stuff that is 13,000 blocks away in the overworld, and here it is 1,400 blocks away. So I went down this corridor and dug the tunnel, but I was chatting with Kondrick, and he, when he was working on his mini nether hub that I'm now going to show you, and look at this. I mean, it used to be just netherrack, okay? And he's done a good job, so I want to show that off to you. But as I was looking around that, I noticed something, and let's take a look here real quick so you can see the design aesthetic that he's going for. Very well done. I like the opening it up all the way to the bedrock there. It gives a nice open feel. And then he's just mixed in his own, with the nether brick and stone brick slabs and stairs. The stone brick there is what's the word? It's reminiscent of his base. He's got a lot of stone brick in there. And then this nether brick here is from the nether hub for the main nether hub here. So a nice mixture of the two. You go up, you leave the purple hallway, and you come up into this little hallway where he's got some lava doing the lighting, which is very good. Even took it up into the ceiling there. So I like that. I like that a lot. So what we're going to do is come over this way, and you can see a bunch of nether portals coming into view. And then we've got this thing right here, the mini hub, Kondrick's mini hub. He likes this design. He's used it before on a previous server we were on together. And loud. What's he got? He's got some minecarts in there, not stats. Let's go to music and sounds. And I think that's under player. Yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense. Minecarts are under player. Okay, answer me that or riddle me that, whatever. This thing goes over to the ice farm / witch farm. No, he's got some other thing going. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever the case may be, our objective is right here that I've been waffling on about. The spider farm is almost due east. Is this the right direction? Is it east? West, due west of the nether hub and of his spot in the overworld. Hello. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the spider farm up to this nether hub. I already cleared it with Kondrick. We'll figure out what design we're going to come up with. But for now, we need to knock out 4 high. For now, he went all the way up to bedrock there. How about over here? What did he do here? Yeah, that's all the bedrock there. So maybe we'll at least get it started. Okay, so I'll clear it out to this first level of nether or of bedrock here, and then we can work on additional design aesthetic later. So while I do that, I've got a potion of fire resistance, so I think we'll be good there. And then I've got a few, what's the words, shulker boxes in my ender chest, so if we need some more storage, I do want to keep all of the netherrack. I think it is useful, so we will be doing that. So while I'm doing that, let's have a little chat. So, we just got back from the August hiatus. That's what I'm calling this thing. And what I want to do is talk to you about some of that, why I did it, and what's coming up. Well, the hiatus was really about not having to worry about releasing videos. It doesn't mean that I did not, or that I was not creating videos. It's that I just wasn't releasing them. We've got a few large projects that I've been working on off camera, and just using my normal recording time to focus on that. And that's I'm not quite done with it, and the editing process is going to take some time, so I want to make sure that I put together a decent set of videos, and I got some replay mod time lapses to do in there, and I want to make sure I spend enough time, a decent amount of time on those to give you something good. So I really just wanted to focus on creating the videos and doing a good job there, and I figured, if I'm trying to spit out a video every week while doing that, the video quality is not going to be as good. So that was one reason. The other reason is that August was rather busy. Okay, so I had mentioned before the hiatus that we had a little bit of some family health issues. I'm not going to go into details, but doctor visits, specialist visits, and hospital visits. And anyway, it was not fun, and so that was kind of weighing on me as well. So everyone's all right, and we're still got follow-ups and all that to deal with. But suffice it to say, just trying to figure out different things about it, and yeah, well, anyway, it was pretty stressful. So that was another reason I wanted to focus. My mental energy was kind of sapped from that, and then work had gotten kind of stressful once more. It's calmed down a bit, I guess, but still, if you must know about work, I do computer programming, but I'm primarily in product support, and product support means that we are called upon to work on bugs that are in the system or in various products that we as a company provide. And so sometimes those are a little more, what's the word? Time intensive. So sometimes that can get stressful when you're trying to deal with new features that customers want, and then also having to deal with the latest, greatest bug that some customers found. And sometimes some things just fall between the cracks. And so I've really been trying to work on making sure that stuff doesn't fall through the cracks. So it's time for a shulker box. You'll notice on my hotbar I've got a potion of fire resistance. I think I mentioned that already, and the reason why is because we do run into lava pockets here. This is Soak Touch. Good. All right, and so we'll continue here. And the other thing in August is that we took a family vacation. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. Ooh, very nice. We've got, let's see. My goal while I'm going through here is to pick up any nether quartz that I find in addition to whatever else might be out there. So I will help myself to this. Thank you very much. All right, and so we took a family vacation. It's the first big family vacation we've taken, in a couple of years, probably about 5 years. And we've done little ones here and there, little day trips, but nothing major. It was a major driving trip, and it was the first one we'd attempted in 5 years since my son, since before my son was 1 year old. So, or 1 year old, I should say. And that one, it was rather rough time. So it's probably one of the reasons why I was not too keen on doing a driving trip. But everybody's older and wiser, and everybody's talking and able to really tell what's going on inside. So if you happen to be having, issues with food and whatnot, it's easier for someone to say so. So anyway, that's kind of where things were. So we hadn't taken a vacation in quite some time, and so what we did is we attempted about the same thing. We went to visit my grandmother. I'm not going to tell you where she lives, but it's out in the Midwest. And along the way, we decided, you know what? It is time. If you happen to have been paying attention to the news and everything going on, you'll know that a total solar eclipse crossed over the continental United States on August the 21st. And so we tried to arrange our trip to go to my grandmother's. At that time, she lived in the path of totality, and that'll give you a little bit of idea of where she might live, but overall not too much, because it did cross from Portland, Oregon, all the way to Charleston, South Carolina. So anyway, we did not plan this thing well enough to get a hotel room in time, so we had to change up the trip a bit. And so instead of making one long drive to our ultimate destination, we just split it up, which I think worked really well, although it was a lot of pretty much every day we were driving somewhere, which got annoying after a while. And quartz, I don't mind if I do. I like quartz. So we ended up staying in Knoxville, Tennessee the first night, and then went to Lenoir City Park in Lenoir City, of all places. It's a great name for a park. And any other? Yes, okay, so make sure. I need to collect these. I don't have many torches right now, but, while we can, we're going to collect quartz. And so we were able to go into the path of totality, and it lasted for, 2 minutes. It wasn't the center line, so we didn't get the full effect, but if I think of it during editing, I'm going to try and put a picture of or at least the best picture that I was able to get of the totality. Oh my goodness, that's somebody's thing there. I have no idea what that is. Huh. Anyway, over here, anything? We need to make sure we don't lose our way. Okay, so we were able to go and view that. It was really cool, and I say once in a lifetime, but it's actually going to be coming through again, or we're going to have another one in 2024 that's well within driving distance. So we are going to attempt that again at that time, but that's 7 years from now. So it's good to start planning, I guess, but for now we will, we just don't know. Don't know what the future may hold. So anyway, we saw the eclipse, and it was a lot of fun, and I don't know if the kids really quite grasped it, but they're going to have that memory, and I think that's pretty cool. They'll be able to say, yeah, I was there, we saw that, and yeah. So anyway, that was our first major stop, and then we we weren't sure about traffic, so we stayed in Nashville the next night, or that night of the eclipse, and it was like a 2-hour drive or so, but wasn't sure how traffic would be getting away from the eclipse. There was a lot of traffic supposedly getting to it and from it, but we managed to miss most of it, which is a good thing. All right, fill you in. And yeah, so the next thing, then we went over to visit my grandmother. It was another about 4 or 5 hour drive from Nashville, but and that further puts things down for you. But again, I can't really tell you which town, but yeah, so visited her, and it was good. I really had the sense that this year we needed to go visit. It had been 5 years, and I'm glad we did, because Well, I mean, she's getting up there in age, and you know, because I am also, and that just means that everyone in your life, as you're getting older, it means that everyone in your life is getting older, and yeah, so the hard thing for me was that she did not recognize me at first, did not remember me at first, and that's part of why I had wanted to go visit. So my mom had been telling me about that, but yeah, anyway, talked with some of the other relatives there, my cousins and great aunt and uncle, and yeah, things are, it's pretty rough to see her go through that. Very strong still, but you know, physically she's fine, but mentally not doing so well. So anyway, that's just a little bit of a look into kind of my the main part of our trip was to go visit her and go visit the cousins, which we hadn't seen in, again, 5 years. And anyway, it was very good all around and a good trip. We got hotels on a couple of the occasions that had pretty good indoor pools, so the kids really enjoyed that. They love going to the pools. And then the next order of business, what was that? Well, after that, we meandered our way back. We'd gotten a gift certificate from a friend from church. Excuse me. Little burp there. Sorry about that. I got a gift certificate to a bed and breakfast out in bluegrass country in Kentucky. And you know, that was a lot of fun. And so there was a petting zoo, or well, not a petting zoo. It was a hands-on farm experience, and so kids really enjoyed that. And I got to milk a goat. It's the first time I'd ever done that. And anything else? My son really enjoyed finding and collecting eggs, and you know, the people there that were staying with us and doing the tour at the same time really got into it as well, encouraging him, and yeah, so he made a lot of smiles, and so it was really cool seeing that. But yeah, anyway, it was a lot of fun there. I wish we could have stayed even longer at that. It ended up, it was very calm, very peaceful, you know, out in bluegrass country. Beautiful scenery, and you can't beat it, really. It was a lot of fun. And so then on the way back from there, we visited Bristol, Tennessee, of all places, or Bristol, Virginia. It's kind of all the same thing. And we're going to head through Richmond, Virginia on the way back home, but we ended up just staying in Bristol for a little extra time so we didn't have to keep driving. That was the main thing. I was just tired of driving. And yeah, so did we see anything interesting in Bristol? Yeah, we went to see, there's some caverns there that we took a tour of, Bristol Caverns. There are a few other cavern systems there as well, but we didn't go in to see any additional ones of those. So all in all, it was a very fun trip, and I am still not even halfway to my destination. So you know what I want to do is I want to at least get a little bit of progress done before I cut this for our overall episode is done. So how about I do that real quick, and how about I get over to the spider farm portal, and then we'll come back and see our progress so far. All right, back in a bit. Well, real quick, I wanted to bring you back and show you that I have managed to get over to the Nether portal. Let's go through here and just make sure we're facing south currently. Yeah, and are we still facing south and north? Okay, so that's fine. That's all well and good. Okay, so we don't really need to change this. So the Nether portal on the other side needs to stay the same orientation, but we just need to move it up, and I'll take care of that in a little bit. It's not quite where I want. I want the floor in line with this, or maybe a little bit higher. Let's get rid of the F3, and I didn't want to take a screenshot. but we've got one anyway. So you'll notice that I've got the, what is it? This effect on. Is that going to show? What if you did this? Oh, fire resistance. Yeah. The reason why is because I ran into some lava and I didn't have enough blocks on the bar. I put them all in the inner chest. So anyway, I want to move this thing up, but that means I got to get rid of the rest of the ceiling, and I haven't done that quite yet. So I think all I'm going to do is just run along. Well, let's see. The portal's going to go right there. We'll have a little room around it, and it needs to go roughly at an angle. I think maybe I'll start my additional ceiling stuff like right here, like that, and just run along like this. So I think that's what I'm going to do all the way down. So once again, this is the project that I've got in mind today. It's rather grindy, but it's what we got. So I'm going to be working on that, and I'll bring you back once we've got this thing cleared out. And it's time for a little bit of a progress report, and we probably need to take into account that it is time to bring this episode to a close. Just a little bit more cleanup here, at least for the rough end. You can see we still got plenty of cleanup to do. Look at that. Yeah. I might talk with Contrary and see if he's looking for some other streaming content, and maybe he can come through and clean that up. But yeah, that's not that interesting. So I may just have to take care of that off camera myself. But yeah, we'll take care of that. Don't you worry. And we will be back here for the full design. I don't know when, but my main goal today was to let you know that the hiatus is over. It is September 1st when this is coming out. And that means it is time to get back into the video production, kind of give you an idea of how things have been going in, in my life. So yeah, so sometimes just things, other stuff gets in the way, and that's how it should be. Family comes first. So that's just the way things are, and how they're going to be. So when I was coming through here, I had forgotten to bring a flint and steel, and so I moved this thing up and forgot, and so I couldn't relight it. So anyway, there we go. Let's make sure that everything still connects up. I think we tested this already. I can't remember. We should be good to go. Yep, there we go. And that portal noise, my goodness. All right, let's go back through. I don't want to go through the end. I want to go back through our tunnel. And we're going to do a diagonal right there. And I want to bump this out, come with more of a circle around it. But I don't want to do that quite yet because I don't have anything to block ghast spawns. So we're going to leave it constricted for the moment. But that's pretty much all I wanted to do this episode. I wanted to start this Nether tunnel project. Those are rather annoying. Let's get rid of the waypoint beacons there. There we go. They're distracting, so we know where we're going. But yeah, that's what I want to do, is just let you know how things are going on the Soap the Great channel. Stay tuned for next week. We've got some exciting stuff coming in terms of the witch farm. Lots of progress over there. Am I picking stuff up? Yes. Okay. These chunks were unloaded. It's not that I need more netherrack, but you never know when you're going to need nether brick. So I like having this around. And there we go. So yeah, if you got any comments or questions or suggestions, if you got an idea for the overall design for this, since we're going to the string farm, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Throw that out. And we'll put that in there like so. And then put down maybe, we'll collect some more of this. So I'm not quite sure what kind of design I want at the moment for this. Maybe we'll steal a bunch from Condrick's design in his mini hub. We'll leave this here. But who knows? And with all the netherrack that I've gotten out of here, maybe we can go with a bunch of nether brick. Who knows? Anyway, if you got some ideas, let me know. I'd love to hear them. And if you got any comments, questions, or suggestions about the eclipse or my vacation in general or any of the other stuff, it's not too personal, I will answer it. But anyway, let me know in the comment section down below. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.